hello. Is anybody there? That's a good start, isn't it? Is there anybody there? Hello, anybody joining me? Have we got anyone? Who have we got? We got one person. Who have we got? Say who you are. Hello, Lisa. How are you? You all right? You're my first in this evening. Nice to see you, Lisa. Who else have we got? Who else have we got? I've got another one come in, but I can't see who you are. Please tell me who you are so I can say hello to you. Unless you're a little sneaky viewer that doesn't want to be seen. Who have we got? Say hello. Is there anybody there? Kerry! Hello, Kerry. How are you? You all right? My little friend Kerry. Well done. I'm glad you're okay, Lisa. Won't be long, Kerry, and we'll be back at the centre. Don't worry. Rosemary's watching. What you can do tonight is share this video, because I've put it on public viewing, so that you can share it. So if you want to share it, so that everyone can so we can order. Hi Marie, you all right? So we can open up the audience, so that Spirit. Hi Elaine. So we can bring the Spirit through, and if you share it, then it gives everyone else an opportunity. Hi Jane. Hi Tim. So it gives everybody else an opportunity to be able to share. To share the connections as well. So if you can share it between your friends, put it on your Facebook page, then that'd be fantastic. Hi Jane. I'm good, thanks. How are you? I can't wait. I miss my Monday nights. I know, I missed them as well, Kerry. I don't know when we're going to be back at the centre. I'm not sure. Hi Tim Abbott. How are you? I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Nice to see you, Tim. But yeah, Kerry, it's a little bit. I don't know. I think we're going to be a little way off yet. Before they start to allow social gatherings to permit. They're going to introduce it very slowly, I think. So I'm not quite sure when we'll be back at the centre, but I miss it, and I miss everyone that goes there as well. And of course, we will be back at some point. And let me just unplug this. We will be back at some point, and we'll be back to it anyway. So we've got a few people coming in already this evening. So just keep coming in, and we'll get a few going. Get a few of you in, and then we'll get a few going as well. So just keep coming in. It's nice to see you all. Put your names up as soon as you come in, so I can see that you're there. That'd be amazing. Thank you very much. So where are we? Hello, Alf. How are you? Nice to see you, mate. My little friend there from Kent. Good old Alf. But yeah, so we'll just get a few going first, because a lot of people don't know that we're on yet. So just let it come up on their feeds, and then we'll start going. So that's what we'll do with it all. So listen, how are you all getting on with this lockdown? It's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? Because some people really enjoy it, and it's given them an opportunity to be able to catch up on a few bits and pieces, and certainly been able to open up different aspects of their life and working, and other people it's really affecting them. So it's always interesting to find out how people are getting along with it. We've got another couple of weeks on this one. So hi Sarah B. We've got another couple of weeks on this one, so it'd be interesting. So you can put your comments up about how you're getting on with things as well, so just put it all up on there tonight. It's just a nice little evening. It's an open night, so we can see what we get from the spirit world, and obviously very, very, very bored. Are you, Marie? Oh, bless you, mate. It is. Listen, at the end of the day, it's like what we have to do in situations like this. We can't look at the physical world to supply us and to get rid of our boredom. We have to work within ourselves as well. So if we start to go in and start to open up and start to indulge into our own soul, then I'm sure the boredom will be moved away from you, because you'll start to work within a power of yourself. So if you start to do that, then I reckon that you'll be all right with that. Doing your head in, Elaine, is it? It's very difficult for a lot of people, especially with children, and especially with places where people can't get outside and sit in the garden. They're confined to flats and things like that. Very, very difficult. Hi Kim, it's hi Mavis Patilla. Nice to see you. It's very difficult for people to be able to have that understanding about trying to get out into the open when they can't. So it's very, very, very difficult. It really, really is. There's mixed emotions about this as well. People saying the government shouldn't lock people down, and some people saying they should. And, I think, at the end of the day, it's a virus. I think it spreads. I think the only way to contain it is to literally, keep yourself away from it, isolate away from it, and just allow it just to do its own little thing, I think, and try and save lives as much as we possibly can. Staying in, listen, we're free agents for all through our life, aren't we? So, what's a little what's a little couple of months even of our life to stay in and save lives? It's nothing. I don't think so at all. And I think really at the end of the day, if we're relying upon, hi Mona, if we're relying upon the world to be able to feed us, then we're putting too much reliability on the world itself. We really, really are. So I think what we need to do is move the world away from us, go within, and start to be able to try and find out about who you are. Because I think when we find out about who we are anyway, hi Sam, I think when we start to find out about who we are, we start to move away from that reliability on the world itself. So I think what we need to do is just start to go within, find the creativity, find who we are, start to speak to our soul, and just allow, hi Regina, and just to allow, and Patrice, and just allow to for us to express ourselves and find something within, because I think you'll find that this is a great opportunity for us to be able to do that. And it is, again, it's self-reflections, moving into the power of our own self and allowing for it to manifest, and to, you'll find that once you start to allow this power to submit itself to us, then you'll find that it'll start to move away the layers of who we are as a physical and start to move us into the spirituality of who we are as a person as well. So I think, great opportunities. Listen, you'll soon be back at work. You'll all be wanting to go back home. I wish I was at home to doing a little bit of meditating. So let's just try and take this opportunity to be able to reflect upon that and start to move inside of ourselves as well. That's my opinion. For me, I'm confined to home. I can sit in the garden, but I'm doing a lot of work inside as well, within me. I'm working within spirituality. I'm working, sitting for the spirit, sitting in power. And of course, it's given me a good opportunity to be able to do that. So I'm not thankful for a lockdown, but I'm making the most of it. Okay. I'm not just relying on this world to be able to say, come on, give me something to do today. Because to be honest with you, sitting within your own power, time doesn't exist at all. It really, really doesn't. And you'll be quite amazed that how good it starts to make you feel and how easy and how quick the day goes once we start to move inside of ourselves. So that's what I think we should do. Anyway, we've got a few people here this evening. So the whole object of this evening is to connect to the spirit world, yes, Mona, they're on public tonight, so you can share all this. Please, everybody, share this, because the spirit world, when they come through, they will take whatever opportunity they can to connect to whoever they want to. So if this is a friend of your friends, which is on your friends list, then they'll take that opportunity. So just try and share it to as many people as you can on your friends, and give the spirit world, well, let's open up that opportunity for the spirit world, okay? If we just confine it to ourselves, then what we're doing, we're not limiting us, we're limiting the spirit, because they won't be able to get to where they need to. So let's open this up this evening. Let's have a lovely evening working for the spirit. Let's have a nice, enjoyable evening. I love working for the spirit world. It's fun, it's great, it's beautiful, it's comforting, it's loving, it's all of these different aspects of all what we're made of anyway. And of course, to be able to be here to present the spirit world and to be able to do what I can do for them is just amazing for me, and I absolutely love it. And I've got so much gratitude for this, to work for the spirit and to bring this to you here this evening. The whole point of this is, normally we have a centre down in Barnum, which we're normally open, and we do mediumship nights there, but obviously it's closed. So I've took a little bit of an opportunity to do a few things online. Some people say, oh, you can't do things online. Well, actually you can do everything you want online, because the spirit world, they don't need to have you standing in a hall or on a platform or in front of somebody to be able to connect. Don't forget, we're all spirit. There is no limitations. There is no boundaries. There's no barriers. There's nothing. We can connect to whoever we want to, whenever we want to. The only limitation that we have is when we put it in our mind. So as long as we don't have anything in our mind, then at the end of the day, we can open this up to the whole world and connect to whoever we want to. So that's how we work. This is how we're going to work this evening. Please, when you if you can connect to any of the information this evening, can you please try and be as quickly as you can to be able to put it up onto the to put it onto the comments box, so I can relate to it, because once I start getting in my power, I don't like to sort of stop too much. I like to trying to keep going, and sometimes the comments can come up quite later on. That's the only thing with going live. If we was working platform, then we would be able to just connect completely straight to the person, and would be able to get onto that feedback straight away, so then we can start to work with it. When we haven't got that opportunity on live, it becomes a little bit difficult. Okay, so what I'm just going to say to you is that I'm going to constantly keep going. Okay, now I've got the faith and I've got the trust in the spirit world, because I know where they want to, I don't know where they want to go, but I know that they know where they're going. So, they're highly intelligent. They will know that the person that they're wishing to connect to would more than likely be watching this evening. If not, it will certainly be able to go to them. So I'm going to constantly keep going with the information, but I will try and to have a look at the comments as well. So if you can try and keep them coming as quickly as you possibly can, then that gives me a better opportunity to stay in my power and to keep the connection going. If I start to drop down a little bit, then it's just easier if we keep it going, because I don't want to drop my power down a little bit. Okay, as you all know, when I start to work, I can work quite quickly, because that's how I start to work in my power. Okay, so we're going to start to work for the spirit now. And also what we're going to do as well this evening is the spirit I don't work with cards. I work directly with the inspiration of the spirit. So if the spirit want to talk to somebody that keeps coming up, or, they put their name up, then please keep putting your name out, because the spirit world will direct me, and of course then I will just relay whatever information they need to say to you. Okay, so I'm not working with cards or anything like that. I'm working directly for the spirit, and of course, and I work on a psychic level as well. So when I work on my psychic level, then what I do is I start to use my own intuitive side. And if there's, sorry, I'm just a bit hot here. It's ever so hot in here. But I just use my own intuitive side. And if I'm drawn to you, then I'll work with that as well. So it's just a multitude of ways that we work here this evening. So first off, I'm going to start to go into my power a little bit more and see what we get from the spirit. Okay. Just let me go quiet for a moment. And you can pour another glass of wine or a cup of tea, feet up. It's time to sit and enjoy, and let's dedicate the next hour or so to the spirit. Okay, where are we going? Okay. Okay, I'm seeming to be wanting to go, where are we? I know that I need to connect to somebody that's got a connection to the name of Betsy here as well. So I'm looking for somebody that connects to Betsy. I'm also working on a granddad vibration here as well. So I've got a beautiful granddad coming towards me, and I know that I can feel within granddad's energy that he's a very strong man, very strong personality, very strong in himself as well, physically. As I look at this gentleman, I know that he's got big hands, and I know that he's quite strong in his arms. And as I start to feel into him a little bit more, I know that when this man come around you, you'd feel a sense of security around him and very safe with this gentleman as well. Okay, so I know that granddad here is very, very, very much of a strong man. And as I look at him, as I say to you, as I look at him, I can see his physique is quite big in that sense as well. Now, as I'm looking at granddad, I know that granddad would have wore braces at this point as well, because he shows me wearing braces, and I know that he's got these trousers on. He would never have worn jeans. He always wore trousers. And as I'm looking at him, I can see him with a pair of boots on. Now, I also know with granddad here as well that he would have had a jumper, which he would have, it's a grey jumper that he would have, or the person that can connect to here would probably have a memory of this grey jumper, because he seemed to have wore it all the time. Now, I know with granddad as well that in his day, because he takes me back into his earlier part of his life, I know he would have been a very good looking man. Okay, now as I can see him as well, it's like as if he wants to put a little bit of sideburns on me here when we're going back into his life. This is how I'm starting to feel with granddad here as well. And as I said to you, I can see the name Betsy coming up, and I know Betsy would connect around this gentleman as well. And as I'm saying this, I can get a sense from Grandad as well, that there's a sense of freedom with Grandad, okay? And I know that Grandad would very much connect to horses here as well, because I can see horses around him, and I can also see horse and carts around Grandad as well. So I'm going to go back into his life, and I can see that he's got horse and carts going on within his life as well. If anyone could take this information, please pop up on there as well. I do work with my eyes closed quite a bit as well, so I may miss it, but I'm just going to keep going with the information here as well. And as I said to you as well, it's like I want to go back a little bit. I know that Grandad would have been a very hard-working man, and I know that Grandad would have worked with his hands, and it's like Grandad showing me that he would have worked off the land as well. So I've got Grandad working on the land here, and I can see with Grandad as well that he would have been very much of a man that enjoyed the outside, and I can see him, he's just sitting here in nature at the moment, and I can see him around a nice fire as I'm looking at Grandad. And as I said to you, I can hear Betsy connecting to this gentleman as well, and I can always also have the name of Jimmy connecting to Grandad in that sense as well. I do know with Grandad that his wife would have been a little bit smaller than him in that sense as well, but with Grandad, I want to say to you as well that I don't have a man here that would have been really, really outgoing in that sense. I've got a man here that I'm feeling with him that he would have been a little bit more quieter in his own sense, but a man, certainly a man of very chosen words in this way as well. Does anybody understand this information at the moment? Because I can feel that with Grandad as well, that there would have been maybe a connection around North or South London here, because I'm feeling I'm going around North or South London in this sense as well. Now, I know with Grandad as well that there would have also been a memory of him wearing a brown belt as well, because he shows me this brown belt. So I know that we got a memory of going with Grandad with a brown belt as well. I can hear Grandad listening to music when he was much younger as well. So I know that the music would have been something that Grandad would have had a real interest in that way as well. If I step into his personality, I know that Grandad would have been a very loving man. But what I want to say to you as well, that with Grandad, I don't feel like I'm massively over affectionate, as in that I wouldn't be coming up and running up and kissing you. But I know that I've got the affection in me, because I can feel it very much as well. But also as well that I can feel with Grandad as well is that this love, that he would have had a very strong love for the family. And I know that Grandad would have come from a very large family in that sense as well, because I can just feel and sense all around him that I've got a large gathering around me in that sense as well. Does anybody understand this? Karen Smith, you understand this so far? Okay, so if I'm working with you, Karen, at the moment, I'm just going to keep stepping into the power of Grandad as I invite them a little bit more closer to me here as well. Now, also, if I had to say to you as well that I can smell wood around Grandad, so I know that Grandad would have had some kind of connection to wood here as well, because also as well, as I said to you, the name of Jimmy, I can also have the name of James coming to me as well. And where else are we going here? Okay, so I've got Grandad here as well, talking to me about this connection to London as well. So it's like I want to say that a lot of my family would have certainly have had a connection to London in that sense as well. If I'm saying to you South London, I want to probably move a little bit towards the east now, as he moves me slightly in that direction in that way as well. Okay, if I had to say as well that I can see Grandad carrying coal sacks as well. So I've got Grandad here carrying coal sacks in that way as well. If I to say to you as well that Grandad would have been a gentleman which would have been very much laid back in his own way. But what I want to say to you as well is that I don't get the sense that anyone would have wanted to cross Grandad in this way as well, because I think that if I'm to see and feel this correctly, I would have said that the Grandad would have had quite a strong personality, which would have been quite I don't want to put him with a temper, but I think he could have been a little bit, quite quick off the mark if by any chance that somebody upset Grandad in that sense as well. If I were to be right here as well, that Grandad's taken me to a vision here, that he would have stayed at some point, okay, near a railway bridge, because I can see a railway bridge here as well. And also I can hear a train going over the top in that way as well. And if I to say that I've got the connection to London and I want to go around Barking area, because I'm seeing and I'm being pretty well much drawn towards Barking area. Okay, so also as well, Mary's connecting to Grandad here as well, which Mary would be in spirit in with Grandad as well, because I know that he's talking about Mary in this way as well, and also with Grandad as well, that he would have also have had at some point sorry, my voice is going. At some point, there would have been a memory of Grandad having like a little black and white dog in that way as well. So please try and take this information, Karen. If this is for you as well, I'm just trying to sort of try and keep up with the comments as well in that sense, in that way as well. Okay, now I do know with Grandad as well, because I want to be taken to his hands, because as I said to you earlier, I've got a big pair of hands here with Grandad. And if I had to say to you as well that I've got a ring on, and I want to put the ring over here on my left finger, and I want to put the ring onto this finger here. Now, what I want to say to you as well is that I have a feeling that this ring is still seen by the physical world. So I'm getting a feeling that this ring is still here somewhere. Now, if I would be right in saying that I want to put a diamond or a stone on this ring, it's just how I'm seeing it. It's like I want to put maybe a singular stone or a diamond on there as well, because I'm just seeing it in that way. Okay, let me see where else we're going with Grandad here as well. I do know, as I said to you as well, is that I've got... okay, now with Grandad as well, he makes me aware at some point of his life there would have been a little bit of a problem with the bottom part of his back as well. That's how I'm feeling it with him. It's like as if he can just sort of push us down a little bit on mine, and I can feel a little bit of pain. So at some point there would have been a little bit of a pain at the bottom of his back, because he was a very hard-working man in that sense as well. Now, if I had to talk about money with Grandad, I know that money would have been very important to him as well, because I know that money would have been tight for Grandad to get hold of. But also with Grandad as well, I want to say to you as well, that he wasn't poor. He wasn't poor. Grandad would have had some money, and Grandad would have been very good at keeping money as well. And if I had to say to you as well that Grandad at one point of his life would have wore a money belt, okay, because I can have this around me and I can feel that there's money in there. So please keep coming with the comments as well, because it's gone a little bit stale on there. So I need to keep seeing. So that I'm working with you as well. Okay, so if you can understand this, if Karen understands it, please come up with your comments as well in that way. Okay, so I'm just going to work again with Grandad. Sorry, it disconnected a little bit there. So if I had to work with Grandad as well, if I had to say that I'm looking and I've got a vision here of a beautiful brown horse, and I'm talking of quite a large horse here as well. And if I want to say to you as well is that and if I had to say to you as well that the name of, it's like I want to go with Patch comes to mind as well. So would you have an understanding of the name of Patch coming to mind as well? Would you please come up with your comments? Anything coming up? Anything coming up? I can't see nothing coming up at the moment. Please keep coming with your comments, okay? So, anybody, Karen, do you still understand this information? I've got nothing coming up on my screen at the moment. Please, 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 please. I'm getting very hot here. Very hot indeed. I've got nothing coming up on my screen. Would you please, please? Tina, I can understand some of it as well. Okay, so I'm just going to keep working here as well. Karen, about 90%. Okay, first time watching you go. Okay, right, okay, just keep coming up with the comments as well. I do know with Grandad as well that there would have been a connection to him and having at some point of his life, I want to go with like a Bedford van, a little smallish type of Bedford van as well, because he takes this into my memory as well. Would you understand this, Karen? Would you understand this as well? And Karen, you understand a lot of this as well. You do understand, okay, we're talking about a Bedford van here as well. Where else are we going as well? And also as well that Grandad's taken me to an awareness here as well. Okay, so you would also have an understanding that there would have been a boot scraper outside of his house as well, because I can see Grandad now as he's walking up, and it's like, I don't want to really go to a house. I don't want to move into a house in that sense as well. It's like I just want to come up to an area here. And it's like I want to work, I want to live around, it's like I want to live around where am I going with this as well? It's like, yeah, okay, he's now taking me to, would you understand, Karen, would you understand the piece of land here as well, where I've got a railway bridge near me in that sense as well? And it's like, I can just see that again. Can you understand this, Karen? Can you understand this? Please come up quicker. Come up quicker. Come up quicker. Come up quicker. Okay, now I can't keep waiting for your things because I'm getting stuff coming in. Okay, so now what I need to do as well is I know that with Grandad, because he takes me to like a little, it's like I want to go to like a little shop or a workshop or something here as well, because I know that he's making, it's like I want to make some tools here as well. And it's like I want to make some tools, okay? So it's like wooden tools and it's like stuff that I would use. I'm very clever. I'm very craft in that way as well. I'm very like intelligent towards craft making as well. Okay, so it's like where else are we going with this one, Grandad? Okay, and I know that you mentioned the name Sam earlier, Alf, on here as well. Karen, sorry, on here as well. Okay, so I know that you mentioned the name on there earlier as well. Okay, but I need to give you the name of Samantha as well, because I can hear that quite strongly coming to me in that sense as well. Okay, so I just need to be able to move that name into this communication with you as well. Okay, so now Grandad's also, if I'm to be sitting here and saying this correctly, I'm sitting around a fire. I'm also singing a song. I'm sitting with other people. I want to give you the name of Albert here as well, which would have been quite strong to Grandad here as well. And also as well, it's like, and I need to give you the name of Sarah connecting here as well, Karen. Okay, so I need to give you the name of Sarah, which would have been quite strong here as well. Also, where are we going as well? Okay, and it's like I want to go into this singing as well, because it's like I want to say that he's actually got quite a good voice and he would have been a very good singer in his own way. Okay, and it's like I just want to sit around this fire here and to be able to just, be able to say and sing these words as well. Okay, if I were to say to you as well the name of Elvis Presley, then that would have been coming into me as well, and so I know that there would have been a little connection here somewhere, would have been a liking towards Elvis Presley in that way as well. Okay, where else are we working? Okay, so with Grandad, as I said to you as well, I've got this connection to him with these horses and carts and things like this as well. And it's like I can see him now and he's painting like these horse and carts. He's painting them in that way as well. And it's like I want to say that as well. I'm sort of wanting. I've got cash on the hip here as well. And it's like I want to deal money. This is where he's bringing me to. It's like I want to deal money. I'm very shrewd in that sense as well. And it's like if he was to sell anything at any point as well, then he would have been able to be very patient at selling, because he knows that the person would have wanted to buy it even though he was the seller, and he would always get what he wanted to in the end as well in that way. Okay, so I'm just going to go back into another memory of him. I said to you earlier that I got a connection to a Bedford van, but I also need to go into a connection of an old Cortina car as well, because I can see that the Cortina car, and it's like I want to go with like a quite a light colour. I don't really want to go with a dark colour. I've got like a quite light colour car here as well. So I know that there have been a Ford Cortina involved with this gentleman in his lifetime as well. As I said to you earlier, it's like I want to see him moving around with coal on his back, and I know that I'm cutting logs, and I know that I'm working off the land here as well, and it's also as well as I can smell a little bit of alcohol running in through this way as well. So I would imagine at some point that he would have liked to have had a little tipple as well, because I could just smell that sense of alcohol running through here as well. But I want to put a whiskey to this man as well. Okay, so it's like I want to put a little bit of a whiskey to him in that sense as well, because I can smell this coming through. So there would have been some kind of remembrance of a whiskey, I do believe, coming through from this man as well. Okay, where else are we working with him? Okay, so it's like I want to say to you as well that as Grandad would have been a very strong man, as I said to you earlier. I don't feel that I would have been a man here that I would have had much problems within my health throughout my life. I would have say to you as well that I'm quite strong in my way. Okay, so it's like I'm quite strong in that sense as well. I feel like that towards the end of my life, it's quite possible that I may have suffered a little bit with my lungs, because I'm getting a sense of this coming through from this gentleman as well, okay, from Grandad. It's like a little bit of a lung, something going on here, just a little bit of breathing going on here as well, okay? So if you can understand that in that way as well, Karen, okay? So I just know that I'm very strong in my sense. Oh, I also as well, because he takes me to November, okay, and it's like I want to go around about November, I want to go around about maybe November the 8th here as well. He seems to want to take me to around November the 8th. Okay, and I also need to go around July with Grandad as well, because he's taken me towards the end of July. Okay, so I know that I've got something going on here towards the end of the July with Grandad in that way as well. Very lovely, very loving, very kind gentleman. Wouldn't want to cross him in the way that you know, if you ever upset him, I can imagine these big hands would come right at you there as well. So so I don't want to be getting in the way of them big hands. And I know with him as well, because it's like he's just sharing a laugh with me. So I know that I've got quite a distinctive, strong type of laugh here as well, if that makes sense to you, okay? I want to connect this man around gold as well, because he just shows me some gold here as well, Karen. So if that makes sense to you, he shows me some gold. He's taking me to a bracelet here as well. So I've got it's like a gate bracelet, but a little bit smaller by the looking of it. But I know that I've got a bracelet here as well, because I can just see this bracelet as he shows it to me. I know that I've got a gold ring here as well, and it's like I want to go with like a black stone in there as well. So it's like I want to go with a black stone with this ring. Okay, so this is just a little bit more information there from Grandad in that way as well. If you could understand, because I can hear this name Patch being called as well again. So I can hear this name Patch coming forward as well. So I don't know if you can understand the name of Patch connecting with Grandad in that sense as well. Okay, so I'm just seeing if Grandad's got anything that he would wish to say to you this evening. I know that Grandad shares as well quite a lot of your life, because he's around you quite a lot in that sense as well, Karen. So I know that he has quite an influence of trying to give you some kind of inspiration in life as well, because if I have to say correctly as well, that Grandad was very shrewd, very, very shrewd as well. He was a good man at business. He was a good man at dealing. He was a good father. He was a good husband. He was a good family man. And overall, and he loved his food, as he's just saying to me there as well. It's like, you know, I need to eat my food. I loved my food. That's where I'm getting a sense from him as well. And it had to be nice home cooked food as well. So I know that Grandad, you know, would have enjoyed his food. And, you know, Grandad would have been a very much man of a routine as well. So I've got like a routine working with him in that sense as well. So I know that he would have been very much of a man of routine as well. If I to be saying correctly here, because he gives me this impression as well that he would have had a couple of brushes with the law at some point of his life as well. But, you know, clever enough that he's moved himself away from that at that point as well. Okay, so there's nothing really that Grandad's coming forward to say to you tonight, Karen, apart from that he wishes to leave his love with you as well. Okay, and he's also talking, hang on a minute, he's just talking about something here as well. And he's also just saying to me as well, he said, some great news coming around about October time for you as well. Okay, so it's I've got some, he's just saying, you know, just look around about October time. It's like I've got some good news coming to you in that way as well. Okay, Karen? So just be able to take that from him. I know that I need to leave lots of love with you as well from Grandad in that sense as well. I want to say to you as well, where are we going with that one? Okay, I'm just going to say to you as well, as it's like, would you understand? It's just like, he just wants to show me like a tattoo here as well. And it's like, I want to sort of say that I've got like, if I'd be right in seeing this, it's like I want to sort of say that I've got maybe a knife here with a snake going around it, if that makes sense to you, because I can just see this going on in my way as well. So just keep an eye on that as well, okay? But what I want to say to you as well, Karen, just before I leave you with the love of Grandad here, I just want to say to you as well that he's making me aware at the moment here, okay, of the name of Rose here as well. I know that I'm sure maybe that Rose... No. Rose, he's making me feel like the impression is Rose is here. Okay, so it's just that he wants to be able to send a little bit of healing around Rose as well. So it's just like this, you know, just take that little bit of healing to give to Rose as well. If I'm hearing this correctly, then that she would be here. Okay, Karen. With that, I'm going to leave lots of love with you from Grandad as well. Okay, and he's also saying to me as well. He said just before I go, he said there's a memory here as well. He said just say about the snow. Okay, so I don't know what that's all about, but he just wants to leave that with you, and he just leaves this nice little laugh as he moves away from me in that sense as well, because it's like I want to say that I'm a little bit of a jokey storyteller type of man as well. So I hope that you can take all that from me, Karen, as well, and you know, and just take the love from Grandad here in the spirit world, and just recognize that he's there, he's always around you, and that he came forward this evening just because he wants you to just remember him in that sense. Not that he's very far from your mind, because I know that he's not, but he just wants you just to let him know, he wants to let you know that he's around you, and he's always thinking of you all as well. And I just want to say to you as well that there was some words spoken to Grandad as well, and I want to say that these are quite private words, and I'm talking not a long time ago, but what I want to say to you as well, that these words were heard. Okay, these words were heard. All right, so just want to leave that power with you from Grandad as well, and thank you for working with me this evening. Thank you very much. Oh, I must learn to breathe halfway through. Otherwise, I'll be becoming a message before you know it. Okay, so let's see where we're going as well. So also as well tonight, I'm going to be working. It's nice to see we've got so many people here this evening. Would you please share these? You're welcome, Karen. Would you please share these? Oh, hang on. Karen, I just need to say I've got the name of Derek come round me as well at that point. So just take that with you, just as I'm feeling his energy moving away from me. So please share these. I'm trying to read these as on. Hi, Annabelle. How are you? And Angela, my friend Angela Rawlings. Nice to see you again. So anyway, hi, Amanda. So what I want to say to you as well is that tonight, Angel, my friend, nice to see you as well. It's nice to see so many nice people coming up here again that's been with me for the last few times that we've done this. It's nice, it's lovely. And I'm hoping, you know, I'm really pleased and touched at the fact of that you want to spend your little... Hi, Jade Divine, my little friend. It's nice to see that you want to spend your time with me this evening in the spirit world. So thank you very much for that as well. And I'll try and do my best. Patrick Taylor, how are you? Please say hello to my bestest little friend Celine there. But it's so nice for you this evening to be able to spend that time with us. So we'll have a nice little evening as we work along as well. So please share this. Keep sharing it, because the spirit world need to be able to contact who they need to. Okay, so the more we share this video, the more opportunity that loved ones in the spirit can connect to wherever they need to connect to, whether it's here or anywhere around the world. Okay, where are we going? Let me just see if there's anything that anyone that the spirit world wishes to be drawn to in that sense, just before we go for another spiritual connection in that way as well. Okay, hi Mona. Nice to see you on here, Mona Joseph as well. Wendy Jane, hi. It's nice to see so many people on here this evening. Please share this video. Okay. And Sandy Tate, thank you. And Mona Larson, my friend there, thank you. Karen Winblad, Marie Clark there. Well done, everybody. We'll see if there's anything for you, Jade. Julie Thompson's just joined us. Thank you, Annabelle. That's really kind of you. And Sam Dawkins there. Hope you've shared it as well, Sam. Brilliant. It's nice to see. And Renee from Luxembourg. That's lovely. Where else are we? And Patricia from Portugal. Thank you very much, Patricia, for joining us. And please share it all around. Share it everywhere, because we need listen, this is what we're about, is to try and connect with the spirit as well. Hi, Nina. Thank you for sharing it. Nina Fuller. It's nice to be able to connect with all of the spirit as well. Hi, Yasmin. Hi, Yasmin Mian. It's nice to see you on here as well. So anyway, if there's anything, should we just see if we've got anywhere we're going? Anywhere we're going here as well. Gail Hardman would love a reading. Okay. Let's see where we're going. See if I'm just drawn, because I work with spirit and drawn. Okay. Let's just see where we're going. Mona, you seem to be coming at me there, Mona. You seem to be coming at me there, Mona. Okay. Anything for Mona? Mona, you just as I'm working there, Mona. Okay, so if I just keep coming back up there, Mona, so that I'm working with you there. Okay, I'm just feeling, Mona. Okay, Mona, if I'm gonna work here, okay, I'm just getting a sense here, Mona, that I have I'm feeling that I've got a youngish man that would have come from spirit towards me here a little bit, okay? I'm not feeling that I'm really overly powered, connected to him in that sense, okay? So I'm just going to work with what I've got here at the moment, Mona. Please pop your name back up on there as well, because what I want to say to you, Mona, as well, is that as I can feel a little bit of this power coming from this young man, Mona Joseph, okay, I want to say that I've got a very sensitive. I'm working here. This could be for you, Mona. It could be for somebody else. So please, everybody, listen out here. I just felt that I was drawn to Mona for a moment. Mona, if it's not for you, then it could be for somebody else, but please, everybody listen, and Mona Joseph, please listen, because I felt that I was drawn to you. I've got a young man here, okay, and I feel with this gentleman as well. I've got very sensitive. I've got a sensitivity around this young man, okay, and it's like, if I had to say, quite a strong sensitivity with him as well, okay. I've got quite a quiet personality with him, okay. So it's like I'm not somebody here that would be very confrontationable. No, in fact, I'm not confrontationable. I'm somebody that's very, very quiet in my own little way. I'm somebody that would have been quite, okay, I'm a young man that would have been quite solitary, if that makes sense to somebody here, okay? So I'm feeling that I like my own company. I don't get a sense this young man's come through before. I'm having a little bit of blending with him here a little bit, okay? So I'm just going to just keep working with him. Bless him, he's such a lovely little character, he really is, and he's got a beautiful soft soul, and as he draws closer to me in that little way, I can feel such an emotion coming from this young man. So I know that whoever he connects to here this evening, I know that he would have wanted to be able to say, I love you so, so much, okay? Now, this young man brings an emotion to me because I can feel it in me as well, okay? So I know that he's connecting. I want to connect here with my mum. This is what he's saying to me. I want to connect with my mum here, okay? And I know that I've got lots and lots of love here for her as well, okay? I don't feel that this young man would have been of any difficulty in trouble in his life or anything. I feel that he would have had a nice personality with him. I feel that he would have been very loving. I feel with him as well that he could have been a little bit, how can I put it? He's making me slightly feel here as well, okay, that he could have had a little bit of a, I'm not going to, I can't find what I'm feeling to put it into words. I can feel it. It's like, okay, I'm just going to go with what I'm feeling. I feel as well that it's sometimes in my life as well, okay? I know that the name Paul connects with this young man as well. I'm not saying this is his name. I just know that Paul connects around this young man, okay? So I just know as well that with me, I would have had difficulties in my life as well, being able to, I want to say, communicate a little bit with others. It's like I just want to sort of bring myself into myself a little bit. This is how I'm feeling, okay? Oh, do you understand this, Mona? Okay, that's lovely. I just feel like I just want to just bring myself into myself a little bit. I like my own space. I like my own time. It's like I'm not somebody that wants to venture out in the world and explore everything. I feel like I'm quite happy in my own little way. That's how I'm feeling with this young man, Mona. Does this all make sense to you, my little sweet? Because this is what I'm feeling from him. And as I said to you as now, is that I know that I've got him coming closer to me here at this sense, and it's like I just want to be able to say to you that I love you so, so much, and I don't want to let go of you. It's like I want to cuddle around you, if that makes sense to you as well. Okay, so it's just he's just so beautiful as he comes and wraps around me here and brings this great sense of love towards you. I know that there's an emotion going towards you as well, but I do know as well that with him, Mona, he's very happy where he is. Okay, and I know with this young man as well, and if we're gonna I'm gonna call him a young man because he quite likes that. He quite likes that, and it's like I want to put quite a smile on him, on his face as well. So it's like I've got a nice smile that comes from here to here. Okay, and it's like I've got a little bit of a cheeky smile with him as well, Mona. Okay, so I just know that I've got this feeling from him in that sense as well. Okay, if I just say to you as well that because he's just given me this real impression that he would have liked to spend time on his own in that sense as well. But I also got him as well, Mona, as well. It's like I can communicate with animals, if that makes sense. It's like I'm very soft around animals as well. I don't know if you can relate to this part of him, Mona, as well, because it's like I'm quite affectionate towards animals. I wouldn't hurt nothing in the world. I'm just so kind. Very spiritual as well, if I to say correctly here, Mona. He's very spiritual as well. But what I want to say to you is that I don't feel that he knew that he was so spiritual. It was just part of him. It's just who he was. And he didn't quite know that he was that spiritual. But I know that he was, because he brings this great sense of feeling to me here as well. So hopefully understanding all of this, Mona, as well. Okay. Also with this young man as well, it's like I got a sense that I want to maybe listen to some music with him as well. Okay, so it's like I want to put a bit of music, because it's like as if I can lose myself in some kind of music here as well. It's like because I like to lose myself. It's like I don't want to stay... how I need to say this to you, Mona, is that I don't want to stay too much in reality, if that makes sense. I'm quite happy being in the way that I am in that way as well. Whew. Okay, that's lovely, Mona. Thank you very much as well. Now, okay, he's just taken me to a vision here as well, Mona. Would I be right in saying, if I'm seeing this correctly, it's like I want to go into a bedroom here as well. And it's like I want to go into a bedroom, and it's like I want to keep my bed's over to the left-hand side, if I'm seeing this correctly. Okay? If I to see this correctly, I've got the bed over to the left-hand side, and it's like I've spent time in my room, if that makes sense. It's like I can spend a lot of time in my room and amuse myself in such different ways as well. And it's like when I'm younger, it's like I want to play with, like, say, Action Men or whatever else it is. And it's like I can see him now sort of sitting on his floor, Mona. And it's like I want to sort of maybe play cars or something that I'm doing. And it's like I can sit on my floor, and it's like he's just so lovely. He really is in that sense. Okay. And also as well, it's like I'm quite clever at making things as well. It's like I can do things. I've got a very creative side to me as well, Mona. Does this all make sense to you, my sweet? Because I've got this nice creative side to me as well. Okay. So I know that I'm very creative in that way. Mona, would you please refresh back up, sweet, so I can see that I'm working with you here. Okay. Let me just see where else I'm going as well. Okay. I know with him as well that would I be right in saying here as well, Mona, that I've got a girl that I've got a girl around me as well. It's like I've got a girl around me, which I'm feeling that I would have been quite close to. Okay. I'm just feeling that I've got this girl around me. Okay. But I would have felt that I'm quite close to her in that sense as well. Okay. Hopefully this understands to you as well, Mona, as well. Where else am I going? Okay. Now, as I'm just asking him to step into my energy a little bit more so I can feel a little bit more of his power there, Mona, I know that as he's bringing this closer to me, he's very excited. It's like I want to say as well, Mona, that it's like I've got an excitement coming from me as well. It's like I'm excited. I'm excited to come here. I'm excited. And don't worry about me. Don't worry about me at all. I'm very happy where I am. I'm very, very happy. And you know, and I've got friends and family here as well. And I would be saying, if I'm right in saying as well, that would grandma, grandma I'm feeling. It's like I want to go with grandma here as well. That would be in the spirit world. Okay. So, but I just know that I'm very excited to be here as well. Okay. What I want to say to you, Mona, as well is that the troubles that I would have had in my mind, Mona, before I left here are all gone. Okay? It's just, this is what he's saying to me as well. The troubles that I would have had in my mind are all gone. I'm okay. I'm really, really happy. And I can hear. Okay. And I can hear. I was just reading your comment there. And I can hear the happiness coming from him as well. And bless him, he's so soft and so lovely and so loving. But I just know that he's busy in the spirit world as well, there, Mona. Okay, so he's very busy in there, and he's working and he's doing different things in the spirit world, and he's just really busy doing his own little thing. Okay, so he's really happy where he is. I know that he comes back and he visits you because I know that you talk to him as well, Mona, and he hears all these conversations. And if I had to be sorry. Oh, I need to try and get air as well as breathing and okay. If I to be hearing this correctly as well, Mona, would you have this idea that he touches your face? Okay, it's like I want to touch your hair, or I just want to put my hand around and touch your ear or your face. I just want to be here on you, Mona, if that makes sense to you. And I'm sure that you're feeling this, okay? If you're not feeling it, you will feel it, because he's going to let you know that he's around you, okay? So this is what he's bringing to me at the moment as well, Mona, all right? So I just know that, and he's talking now about is it a poem? There's a poem. He's talking about something that rhymes, okay? Because I can't quite hear it, but I can get a little bit of a gist of it. It's like maybe like something that you would have maybe have read to him or said to him, but it rhymes, but it's quite short, if that makes so much sense to you there, Mona. But I just know that he's very compassionate. He's very compassionate in that way, but he hears everything that you say, okay? He just hears everything that you say, all right? So, yes, all the time. That's lovely. Thank you, Mona. But he hears everything that you say as well. And he's working within helping with all of this. But he's trying to inspire you, Mona, to be able to, step forward in your life as well. Because like he said, listen, he said, Mum, at the end of the day, you will see me again. Don't worry. Okay? Don't worry. You will. Okay? It was just my time. It was my time to go. Okay? So it was my time to go, Mum, but don't worry. Don't panic. I'm here. Okay. He's giving me a thought here as well about something to do with a memorial, if that makes sense to you. Okay. So there's something here about a memorial, Mona, that I'm just hearing here as well. And it's like, I want to say that maybe this is a good idea. This is a good idea. Okay. It's like he's jumping up and down again at this as well. Okay. So, he's just giving me that impression in that way as well. So, Mona, please, at the end of the day, and please, just at the end of the day, okay, keep talking to him. He listens to everything you say, okay? He's around you all the time. Not all the time, because he does his little thing in the spirit as well. But he's around you when he needs to be. And he's around you when you ask him to be, okay? And it's like, I want to say to you as well that he was around you when you were sitting on a bench. Okay, he was around you sitting on a bench as well, and there was some words spoken to him in heaven there as well, and he was listening. He was listening. And if I'm seeing this correctly, Mona, as well, it's like I want to say that you were sitting to the right hand side of the bench here, okay? Because he just takes me to this vision, because he was sitting next to you. Okay, so he was sitting on the left-hand side and you were sitting on the right. So he just takes me to this memory, okay? So just please, Mona, take all of his love, okay? Because he comes here today with lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of it. And if I to be right in hearing this correctly, there may be a thought that's running around, maybe in your mind, or certainly in somebody else's mind, that there's a tattoo okay, being mentioned here as well, okay? So please, he's giving me this impression that, yes, whoever it is, go for it. It could be a friend, it could be you. He's just saying to me, go for it. Why not? Why not? Okay. And he's taking me to a heart here as well. And it's like a balloon, if I can be seeing it correctly. And it says love you on it. Okay. So he's just taken me to that vision as well. So Mona, please understand that he is around you. He's loving his time in spirit world. Okay. And, he's, it was his time to go. He was very, very happy. Okay. He's very happy where he is, but he wants you to just be able to, just know that he's with you. Okay, Mona, and he's around you and he's with you and he sends you lots and lots and lots of love. Okay. And if I need to do this correctly, I wish you was here because I could pass it on to you, but Mona, he gives you a kiss on the nose. Okay. He gives you a kiss on the nose. Mwah. That's what he does to you, okay? And if I to be hearing this correctly as well, I need to give you the name, okay? It's like I want to give you the name of Danielle, okay? So I need to give Danielle to you as well. This is just coming into my awareness here as well, and I need to give you the name of Stephen in there as well, okay, Mona? Okay, so please take that kiss on the nose. Know that your darling son is with you, okay? And he is just so happy that he's here today. He really, really is. And he's ecstatic. He really is. And he's also saying now, okay, all right, Mona, would I be right in saying you as well? Because he takes me to a vision here of like a white settee or a white chair somewhere. It's like I just want to sit on the edge of a white chair on the arm of it. Okay, so just take all of this with you, knowing that he's here. He's so happy. He's with you. He listens to you. He talks to you, and most of all, he absolutely loves you to pieces. You are the love of his life. You really, really are, and he's never far away from you at all. Okay, he's there. He's around you, and every tear that you shed is a tear less to ever shed, because do you know why? He wipes them from your cheeks and kisses you on the nose. Thank you very much, Mona. Thank you. And if I can, just as I go now, I need to give you the name of Thomas as well. Okay, Mona? I need to give you the name of Thomas as well. So thank you so much, Mona. Thank you so much, Mona Joseph. That's your love from heaven for this evening. Okay, he's just come forward and said that to you as well. All right, and just as he's pulling away, it's I don't feel that he's come through before, because he's just so excited, and he's like, and he just shouted out just as he's going back into heaven there, as he just and he leaves a nice little red rose with you as well. Sorry, Mona, he gives you a nice. You have a white chair. That's the chair that he sits on, okay? And he's bringing you now. He gives you a lovely red rose, okay? And he's just giving you that, and he goes like this. And he shouts out, "Bye, mummy." He calls you mummy there, okay? So he gives you that big kiss, and just as he goes into the world of spirit there, as he leaves us with his love and he's made such an impression upon all of us this evening, because that's how he was in his life. Beautiful. He just shouts out the name of Tracy as well, okay? So that's what he gives to you this evening, all right? So thank you so much, and it's been a pleasure to actually have your son being with me this evening as well, because he's just beautiful energy, absolutely lovely, really, really was. Okay, so thank you. Now I can breathe. Everybody, keep sharing this. Keep sharing it, okay? So keep sharing this, because we need to get the spirit world touching to whoever they need to touch to tonight as well. Okay, what I need to do, just give me a second, everyone, because I need to have a drink. Don't want that fizzing up everywhere, do we? Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, spirit world. Where are we going? Have we got somebody that we want to talk to here? Okay, so just keep bringing your names up, everybody, because that's how the spirit... You're welcome, Mona. Thank you. This is how the spirit world connect to us as well, because they draw me to you. Angel Deville, my friend. Oh, she's so good. Lillian Chillery, thank you for watching. Oh, Annabelle, you're so cute. Thank you. Where are we going? Let's just see where we're going here. Just while I get a bit of breath back as well. It's not good for my lungs, you know. Yasmin Mian, can you bring your name back up for me, please? Yasmin Mian, just bring your name back up, because I just all of a sudden I got sort of drawn to you there for some reason. Yasmin Mian, just bring your name back up for me, please. Yasmin Mian, bring your name back up. Where are we? Where are we? Deep breathing, Sam. I know I need it. Yasmin Mian, are you there? Yes. Yasmin. Okay, Yasmin Mian. I'm just seeming to be drawn to you there for the moment there, Yasmin. And it's like I want to say to you... Okay, I'm just getting... I've just got somebody step forward from the spirit world there, Yasmin, okay? And it's like, I just want to say that I've got a very, very strict... Well, not strict, sorry, wrong word to use. She just corrected me. I've got a very strong personality with this lady here. If I'd be right in feeling into this, Yasmin, it's like I want to maybe say that this could be grandma in the spirit world. I just get a sense that I'm feeling that she would have been quite close to you in that way, okay, Yasmin? Okay, now what I'm trying to say to you here as well is that I've got her just giving me this nice impression upon me at this moment, Yasmin, okay, about your life at the moment, all right? She just seems to want to just touch upon my awareness about your life, and it's like I've got you here at the moment, Yasmin, and it's like I've got lots of little thoughts running around in my mind, and it's like I've got questions and bits and pieces going on there, Yasmin, okay? And it's like I'm looking for some kind of confirmation, I'm believing, if I'm hearing this correction. It's like confirmation to say that you're going to be doing what you're doing, is whether it's going to be the right thing for you or not. This is the sense I'm getting a feeling here as well. And if I'm to be right in saying here, Yasmin, with grandma, you know, she's always around you. This is what I'm feeling from her. She's always around you. She's there, okay, and she inspires you quite strongly. Yasmin, you're very close to her, and you're very, oh, you are. Sorry, I've just seen you. Comment there. Okay, you're very close to her, but you're also very close spiritually to her as well, because I know that she can actually make a good impression upon you at times, okay? And of course with her as well, Yasmin, it's like, you know, you can say something or send a thought, and actually within, you know, a short period of time, you're beginning to actually get an answer back, if that makes sense to you, or you're certainly being able to feel inspired to be able to hear or see the right answer here as well. If I to say right with Yasmin, with grandma as well, it's just like she would have been a lady, okay, and this is how she'd given it to me. She would have been a lady that would have been very much like, right, okay, okay, I'm here, and you know, you're going to listen to me now, all right? And it's like I want to say as well, Yasmin, is that you would have obviously respected and had lots of confidence in whatever she told you, okay? So it's like if she told you something, you feel connected to her spiritually, yes. And whatever she told you, you'd have had confidence in it, and you would have listened to her as well. Because it's like I want to say to you that grandma would have had really a lot of sense about everything, if that makes sense to you as well. And if I'd be feeling this correctly here, Yasmin, as well, that grandma would have been very much a lady that would have been very clever in business. This is how I'm feeling it with her as well. It's like if I could put a pound note in front of her, she'd be able to dice that up and make more out of it, if that makes sense. She's very clever here, okay? But I just know that she's just bringing this impression upon me here as well, Yasmin, to talk about your life at the moment, all right? Yes, wisdom, beautiful word, because that's what I was looking for and I couldn't find it. Okay, when you work so quick like this, sometimes I don't find the words. Because my comprehension isn't quite as good as everyone else's. Joking. But with her as well, Yasmin, it's like I want to just be able to say to you as well that she puts this oppression upon my mind as well. Is that you're up and down, you're like a set of scales at the moment, okay? And it's like you're sort of like thinking, are you going on the right direction or are you going in the wrong direction? It's like I've got you here a little bit tippering on the scales here, Yasmin. And what she's trying to say to me at the moment as well is that okay, what you're feeling at the moment is what you're feeling is the strength of what you is the right decision here as well. And I want to go into business with you as well at the moment, okay? I don't know what you do, but she's giving me this impression as well is that you're very clever. You're very, very clever, Yasmin, okay? You're very similar to her. You're very clever. You've got this good business mind upon you as well. And it's like, what she's saying as well is that don't be led astray either, okay? Don't be led astray. It's like she's giving me this impression here as well that maybe, okay, that there's somebody, and I want to go around maybe a female here as well, okay, that somebody's maybe a little bit oppression upon you, okay, at the moment, Yasmin. It's like they're giving you a lot of like, spiel, as they call it, okay? And it's like, you know, and they're trying to, I'm getting a feeling here, she's trying to talk about, they're trying to make you believe in something, okay? And it's like, she said, listen, my girl, all right? You're strong, you're very, very clever, you're very, very intelligent. You don't need others to try and persuade you into doing something, okay? Feel it for yourself, because your full answer is in here, okay? She says, so don't listen to all these with the chit-chat. This is what she's saying. Don't listen to these with the chit-chat. Just listen to yourself, okay? And follow what your heart desires. Follow what you're feeling in here, okay? How do you recognize wolves in sheep's clothing? Oh, okay. Well, this is what she's trying to sort of say to you is it's like, I've got an impression around me at the moment, and it's like, I want to go around a woman who's quite strong in her own personality. Actually, I want to go with this woman as she opens up the vibration and the energy on this woman, is that this woman, I don't know if you're going to recognize her now, but this woman seems to be out for herself here, Yasmin. Okay. And it's like, she's trying to trying to sell you something or trying to get you to be part of something and she's trying to make it out it's the best thing in the world. She really is. It's like she's trying to make out this is the best thing in the world. This is what she's giving me, okay? And what she's saying is just be very cautious. Listen to you and don't listen to her, okay? If you're feeling this right in yourself, then you go for it. If you're not feeling it right, then don't go for it. But what you should do is never listen to others, because others will lead you in a different direction. Listen to what you're feeling, Yasmin, okay? Because this is where your instinct is. This is where your power is, okay? Your power isn't in listening to other people. It's listening to yourself, okay? So just work within that. She said, just be very careful, though, okay? Because there is an influence around you at the moment. And they're just trying to make you feel like this is the best thing in the world or something along them lines, okay? And she's just sort of saying to you, no, go with what you're feeling, okay? You come from a very strong family, Yasmin, all right? This is what she's telling me. You come from a strong family, a family that's very, very clever, very intelligent and very clever in business. It's like I want to say that people can make money in your family, if that makes sense. And, of course, what they've always done, okay, what they've always done is they've always listened to themselves and they've never listened to people on the outside. Always remember, when somebody's trying to sell you something or trying to make something feel the best thing in the world, they want... I need to breathe. They want to line their pockets. They don't want to line yours. Okay? Because whatever they are talking about, it's because they will be earning money out of it as well. Okay? And they want you to earn the money for them. Okay? So that's what you've got to be very careful about. I'm not saying this is the whole case in the whole of the world. All I'm saying to you is that in some situations, people dress things up to be at the most fabulous thing in the world because all they're looking for is maybe, their wages, their commission, or whatever it is they're looking for. Just be careful, okay? Listen to your intuition. Absolutely. Listen. Grandma's here. She tries to steer you in the right direction. She tries to give you that inspiration about what's going on at the moment. She said, just listen to yourself, my girl. She said, you're going to do well in life anyway. You really, really will. She said, but you do it off your own back. She says, okay. And she says, you'll also make your own decisions. All right. She said, just don't listen to the, oh, hang on. What's she just saying? She said, don't listen. Ah, right. Okay. She said, don't listen to the stone that's dressed up to make it look like a diamond. Okay. I'm sure you're going to know what that is because I don't. All I do is relay information. But she's saying, don't listen to the stone that's dressed up to make it look like a diamond. All right. So take that advice from her. All right. Take that advice and just keep talking to Grandma because she's going to keep inspiring you. But just go with your own intuition here, okay? And go with what you're feeling, all right? Just because something looks good doesn't mean to say it's going to be good, all right? But also at the end of the day, you'll grow from what you're listening to within yourself as well. Thank you, Yasmin. Anybody else? Where are we going? Right, okay. Where are we going? Okay, spirit world, where are we going? Everybody keep bringing your names up so I can keep seeing it coming up because that's how I'm drawn. Hi, Karen. Yeah, we're all well, thank you. Karen Cairns. Thank you. Hope your family's all good as well. Well, my family as well. Okay, keep coming with your names up. Keep coming up. Sandy Tate. Bring your name up for me again, Sandy, please. Sandy Tate. I'm just hearing a voice in the spirit here. Sandy Tate, thank you very much. Sandy. I'm just hearing a voice here at the spirit from the spirit world at the moment there, Sandy. I'm not sort of feeling too much about the person that's there. I'm just hearing something here at the moment, okay? Now, Sandy, would I be right in saying, Sandy, I've got a gentleman here at the moment, Sandy, and I'm feeling, okay, Sandy, keep coming up for me. I'm feeling that I could be going along either grandfather or father here, okay? Okay, Sandy. So I know that I've got a gentleman here as well that would have been very much somebody that looked out for you here, Sandy. Okay? Sandy, you still there? Sweetheart, bring your name back up. Hi, Mo. Bring your name back up. Okay, Sandy, that's lovely. Okay, and Liz Wright, lots of love sent back to you as well, Liz. Okay, so I've got this gentleman standing forward here as well, okay? And I know that with him as well, if I'm be right and correct in saying this, it's either grandfather or father. I'm feeling really, Sandy, I want to really go along maybe father here. Would this make sense to you? Because I'm just feeling that I've got quite a fatherly instinct to me here, okay? Does this make sense to you, Sandy? Would you be able to acknowledge me on that one? Sandy Tate? Because I'm just feeling that I've got like a fatherly instinct here. It's like I just want to be able to, lead you in the right direction here, Sandy. Okay, would you be able to bring your name back up, sweet, and just answer me? Father. Okay, that's how I'm feeling this, okay? That's like I've got father here, but it's like I want to say to you as well, Sandy, as I'm moving into the power of this gentleman, all right? Okay, so just moving into the power of this gentleman here as well, is that I've got a gentleman here which will be father to you, okay? And also with him as well, that he's trying to push you into the right direction here. Sandy, I don't know what the situation is at the moment, but it's like I want to say to you, Sandy, that I've got Dad here trying to say to you, listen, my girl, okay? It's time now that you need to be able to make this decision for yourself, okay? There needs to be a change coming up here, Sandy, as well, okay? So it's like, he's been watching here for a little while here, and it's like you're sending thoughts out within the mind and through the vibration of the mind here, okay? And what he's saying here as well is that, okay, it's now time to make this change, Sandy, okay? This has been going on for a little while now, all right? And it's like he's very proud of you. Father's very proud of you, Sandy, okay? And it's like I'm not too far away from you, okay? He's around you, he's listening to you, and, and if I just say correctly about Father here as well, is that, I want to say to you as well that Sandy, that Father is very close to you in the spirit world as well, okay? And it's like, I know, and what I want to say to you is that there may be times in my life that I'm getting this feeling from Father that I wouldn't have always been around, if that makes sense. Sandy. It's like, there's times in my life that I don't feel for some reason here, and I could be reading this wrong, but please acknowledge this with me. It's there's times that in the past that I'm feeling that I wouldn't have always been around you. Is that right, Sandy? Please just acknowledge me on this one, sweet, because I need to move into the energy of him here as well. Okay? Would I be right in saying this with you as well? Because I'm just feeling this with Father. Okay, Sandy? And also as well as it's like I need to give you the. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Sandy. It's just but I need to give you the name of George here as well. And I'm not saying this is Father's name, but I just know the name of George is connecting around this gentleman as well in there as well. Okay. And I need to give you the name of Tony as well. Okay. I need to give you the name of Tony. All right. And I just know that at the moment he's just saying to me as well. He said, "Listen," he said, "it's time now. If I to be right here, Sandy, I'm going to say to you that Father would have been quite a man that would have never minced his words so much as well. You know, it's like I wouldn't have been somebody that would have been, if I to be right in saying this as well. I don't feel that I'm somebody that would have been the most outgoing type of gentleman here as well. And if I'm to say this right, Sandy, okay." He comes here as well with lots and lots of love for you today. But I just want to say to you as well that in times in my life, Sandy, I sort of slowly struggled to maybe show you that, if that makes sense to you, in a way that I wanted to. It's just because it's not that I didn't feel it, because I loved you tremendously. It's just that I, as a person, had a little bit of a struggle in showing certain ways, if that makes sense. Okay, that's lovely, okay? So that's just how I'm feeling as well, but I just know that he comes today with lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of love for you here as well. Great proudness for you here as well, Sandy, because as well is that he's saying to me as well is that, you know, you've not always led the easiest of lives as well, okay? You've not always led the easiest of lives. You know, your life's been a little bit up and down in that sense as well, okay? And there's been times as well that, you know, if I could say this to you, that, you know, that you've also hit, you know, sort of bottom times as well, but you've also came back up as well. What he's saying to you as well, Sandy, as well, that he's very proud of you, because there's been times in your life there, Sandy, that, you know, you'd have been quite close to being down to the bottom part as well, and you know, and certainly have been scratching around there, you know, looking for some kind of direction, and of course you found it yourself, okay? You found that direction as well, and it's made you and inspired you and pushed you back up into the world as well. One thing I need to say to you as well, Sandy, as well, because I know that I can hear this very clearly from Father as well, okay? And he's just saying to me now as well, he says, okay, let me just hear this correctly. Okay. Would you connect to the name of Paul here as well, Sandy? Because I just know that he's connecting me to the name of Paul here as well. And what he's saying to me as well, if I'm hearing this correctly, okay, he's like, what he's saying to me is, he's saying, okay, that's it. Thank you very much. I can hear him now. And he's saying, listen. He's saying, do things for yourself here as well. Okay, Sandy. It's like life isn't always about doing things for other people. And he's sort of saying to me as well. He said, oh, no, he's saying to me, no, he said, listen, do something for yourself. It's not always about doing things for other people, okay? And also as well, he's saying to me as well is, there's something you're feeling here as well to do with your home life, Sandy, okay? And what he's saying to me as well is that home life here as well is that you've got to just go with what you're feeling. It's time now to make that change, Sandy. This is what he's saying to me. It's time now to make that change, okay? You've been contemplating about this for quite a long time now, okay? It's time to move it forward. This is what he's saying to me, all right, Sandy? Okay? And I'm feeling that this is something that's quite close to you in that sense as well, okay? He's saying that, listen, you know this, you know it, and you've been having these feelings as well. And it's not the first time you've been here in your life as well, Sandy. This is what he's saying to me. He said, this is not the first time. He said, you know, sometimes we have to learn from lessons, okay, that we've had experiences from in the past, okay? And this is what he's saying to me. So Sandy, that's right, okay. So now what he's saying to me as well, he said, you know, this is the time now. He says, Sandy, it's like, come on, my little darling. He said, listen, you must learn. We've been here before with this situation. You must learn, okay? You're strong. You're absolutely very, very strong. You're an amazing person. You're absolutely a loving, loving person. Please give yourself, you know you've been there before, yeah. Please just give yourself that opportunity and that chance to be able to just, you know, do something for yourself in the life as well. Okay, so this is what he's saying to me. Father's very proud of you, okay, and he's very pleased in the way that you're moving forward in your life in that sense as well. And it's like he's just saying there's just some, you know, there's some, I don't want to give too much here because it's like, you know, your private business, but he's just saying, listen, you know, there's a pulling back. He said, listen, sort that out. Sort that out, my darling, okay? This is what he's saying to me, all right, Sandy? So I just know that with Dad as well, okay, that Dad wants to say to you today, he loves you so, 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 so much. He really does, okay? You're an amazing girl. You're the apple. Oh, you're the apple of my eye. This is what he's saying to me, okay, Sandy? All right? And also, Sandy, as well, what he's saying to me as well, he's just giving me, he's holding a teddy bear here. He's holding me a teddy bear, okay? So it's like you would have a memory of this teddy bear as well, Sandy. He just holds this teddy bear with him as well, okay? And it's like, I don't know, oh, I can smell smoke here, really strong. And would I be right in saying here, Sandy, as well, that Dad would have been making his own cigarettes? It's just like, I can smell this smoke coming forward from me, and it's like hand rolling smoke. I've just got it coming right, really close to me here as well. Okay, Sandy. And of course as well, I want to say to you as well. Oh, and why would I be hearing here as well? The Rolling Stones, Sandy. I've got the Rolling Stones going on here in my mind as well. So I don't know where that is. Yes, he smoked. Yeah, I can smell that smoke coming forward to me as well. It's like I want to go outside and have that sly cigarette. It's like I just, you know, that's my moment, having my cigarette. That's my moment. That's what I love. That's it. That's how I enjoyed my life in that sense as well. Okay, and also as well, he's just throwing me a Yorkshire pudding. Okay, Sandy. I have to breathe. He's throwing me a Yorkshire pudding, so I don't know if that's a memory, but he just gives me that to give to you as well. So listen, Sandy, please, you know, it's time now to listen to yourself, listen to your own true intuition, my sweet, and do what you need to do, okay? And he's saying to me as well, he said, you know you're going to be all right. You know you're going to be all right, okay? So just take lots of love from him as well. And I've got the name of Billy coming to me as well, Sandy, all right? So just please take lots and lots of love from Dad here as well. That's in the spirit. And he's sat here now with a cat. He's got a cat in his arms, okay? And it's just like, oh, actually, he's just thrown it away. He's moved it off of him. I don't think he liked it. But there was a cat there as well in spirit as well, Sandy, okay? So you'd have been known to, there's a cat that would have been known to you as well. Okay, so lovely. Thank you very much, Sandy, and I'm going to leave the love of Father with you as well. Okay. Hi, Pippa Leslie. Bill was his name. Oh, lovely. So there you go. That's him. That's Dad for you there. Okay. So Bill was his name. That's lovely. Thank you very much, Sandy. And also as well, he gives me the name of. He didn't like cats. That's why he threw it off. He jumped onto his lap and he held it like that, and then it's like, oh, and he just threw it away. Okay, so, and he gave me the name of Rita as well, okay? He gave me the name of Rita as well. So, anyway, so Pippa Leslie, did I say hello to you? I think I did. I just saw your name come up. Hi, Pippa. Anyway, so where are we going now? Okay. Oh, God, I need to breathe again, and I need some more water. And Billy's your brother. That's lovely. Thank you, Sandy. That's lovely. Thank you very much indeed. Right, okay, so where are we going now? Spirit, where are we going? Pippa, she's funny. Where are we going now? Okay. Hi, Jennifer Paul. Oh, Jennifer from America. I'm trying, Jen. Keep breathing. I sleep well at night after this, you watch. Okay, where are we going? Hi, Emma Power. Just keep bringing your names up because the spirit direct me. They put me to you. Okay, so keep bringing your names up. Where are we going? You're welcome, Sandy. Thank you. Where are we going? Where are we going? Okay, I've got a young lad here coming forward from the spirit. Okay, so everybody have a little listen here for a moment. All right, I've got a young lad just coming forward from the spirit world here. Okay, where are we going? Or I want to go with this young lad as well, and it's like I don't want to go too old with him. So somebody here, or please, if somebody they shared this, then hopefully somebody will come in from somewhere and Angel, and hopefully somebody will come in and be able to recognise this young man. I've got this young man. I'm going to give you all the evidence that I've got here, everybody. Okay, I've got this young man, and I know that I wouldn't have been too old when I went to the world of spirit. I want to go that I'm under the age of 20. Okay, I'm not seeing him too clearly at the moment. I just feel his energy coming close. Normally I can see. Okay, and I'll be able to see who they are, and I could be able to give you that. Okay, but at the moment, at this moment in time, okay, it's just like I can't quite see him in that way. All right, but I just know that I've got his energy coming close to me. Oh, hang on a minute, I'm just seeing him a little bit more. Okay, well, I've got a young lad now. I can see him. Thank you. And of course I've got this young lad now, and I can see that I would have had quite fair hair, maybe mousy colour hair, before I went to the spirit world. Okay, and I'm around about maybe 16, 17. This is how I'm sort of seeing him, and I know that with him as well, he's a right little lad. This is how he's given me the impression. Okay, and I'm quite thin. Okay, in my way, I'm quite thin in my stature. Okay, just as I see him there, and I know that he's a mischievous young man as well. Okay, so hopefully someone's going to be able to pinpoint this young man. I know that he's quite mischievous. All right. Now, I know that I would have been a very free spirit as well. Okay. So when I'm talking about a free spirit, I know that where I lived, I would have been a boy that would have been outside playing quite most of the time, hanging around with my pals and having fun. That's how I'm feeling it with this young man as well. Okay. And I know, okay. And I know with him as well. Okay. So, I know, okay, Jennifer, okay, you can get some of this as well. And you have a young man in spirit as well. Okay. Now, I know with this young man as well that when he passed to the spirit world, I know that he would have passed in an accident. Okay, because I know that this is what he's giving me the impression of. I'm not feeling exactly what sort of accident it is at the moment, okay, but I'm just feeling that I've got, or it could be a car accident actually. That's how I'm feeling it. I'm going with a car accident at the moment. Anybody can take this information. I've got a young man here. I know that I've got mousyish colour hair. I'm quite thin in my stature. I'm a lad that played outside. I love playing with my friends, okay, and Jen here, maybe my nephew. Okay. And also I know that I would have been a bit of a mischievous young man, okay? Carla, you can take this. Oh, hi Carla Amos. How are you? Hope you're well. Makes sense. He was 17. Yeah, that's about right. That's how I'm sort of seeing it. But I know with him as well, okay, Carla, that I know that with this young man as well, that he would have been somebody that would have been always out for fun. He was always out for fun. He was always out for laughs. He was mischievous. You know, he was just a young lad. That's what he was like, okay? Carmela, that could be you as well, okay? And Mona, okay. Okay, that's lovely. Let's just keep going with this young man as well, okay? So I know with him as well, as I said to you about this young, mischievous type of young man with him as well, okay? So it's like I want to say to you as well that he would have been like this quite most of his life, all right? Now, what I'm going to say to you as well is that I'm feeling where I lived, that I would have lived in a town. This is how I'm feeling it, okay? So it's like I've got a town here as well. And it's like where I'm living, it's like I've got lots of houses around me as well, okay? So whoever this is connecting to would understand this. Anja Voss. Accident truck, 14 years ago. Okay, keep going with me, okay? I know at some point as well that I would have had a push bike. Okay, and because I could see this push bike with him as well. All right. Now, if I to say, if I'm looking at this young man quite correctly, I know that whoever would know me would have an understanding about a blue coat that I would have had as well. Okay, so I'd have had a blue coat because he shows me this coat on him. All right, now I feel like I've got a sister as well because I'm feeling that I'm close to a young girl around me as well. Okay, well, not so much young girl, but I know that I've got a girl around me. I'm feeling that this could be a sister. Okay, so it's like I want to maybe go with there's two of them in the family. Does that make sense to you all as well? Okay, just keep going with me. That's lovely. Keep working. So I know that I've got this connection to him here as well. And if I had to be right and correct in saying as well that this would have been a complete accident with him as well. All right. And so, of course, if I'm saying this would have been a complete accident with him as well, I know that I'm feeling that there would have been another boy involved in this as well. Okay, so if this makes sense to anybody here, yes, to a sister, that's lovely. Okay, so I know that I've got a connection that maybe there would have been another young boy involved in here as well. Okay, so does this make sense to everybody here? Please come up with your comments here as well. Carla, yes, that makes sense to you as well. Yes, sister. Okay. Now, if I'm going to be right in saying this as well, I have a feeling that the month of February would have a connection to this young man as well. Okay, Mona Larson, the connection between us. Okay, that's lovely. Keep working with me. So I know that the month of February would have a connection around this young man as well. So this would have been, yes, another boy involved, Carla. That's lovely. Okay, so we'll find something here at the moment where we'll start to work around here as well. Yes, friend, there as well. Okay. Now, I know that, as I said to you, the month of February that would connect around this young man as well. And I also need to go around the month of September with him as well. That's his brother that was in the car. Okay. So I need to go around September with him as well. I need to go around about the 22nd of September. Does any of these dates make any sense to anybody here? Okay. Does any of these dates make any sense to any? I know the name of Carl, C-A-R-L, connects around this young man, okay? And I'm not saying that this is his name. When I give names, I don't specifically say it's their name. I'm just saying I know it connects around him, okay? So I've got the name of Carl. And I also know the name of Lisa connects around this young man as well, okay? And I've got the name, yes, the 10th of February was his death, okay. And I've also got as well, and that's his sister's birthday, okay. And also I've got the name of Debbie, which would be Deborah, connecting around this young man as well. Anybody obviously connect to here as well. So we've got Carmela Reed, okay. So I'm hoping I'm saying your name right, Carmela. It's his cousin Carl. Okay, we've got Carla in there as well. Okay, so let's just keep working with him as well in that sense. If I would be right in saying here as well, is that school was never something I loved either. And your birthday's in September and he died in February. Okay, Carmilla, that's lovely. Thank you. Mona Larson, have to check September. I know that school wouldn't have been a big love of my life either as well. And if I'm right in saying here as well, he's taken me to a house that he would have lived at as well. And I want to be going to the back end of the house as well. Quite possibly my bedroom to be at the back end of the house as well, because it's like I want to be able to see. And if I look out my bedroom or I'm looking out a window, okay, it's like I've got other houses around me in that sense as well, okay. But what I want to say to you as well, that in my vision here, I'm quite clear to be able to see an apple tree as well, okay. So there'll be an apple tree somewhere in my vision, okay. So thank you, Carmela. So please just take this information as well as I'm working in that sense as well. If I were to be right in saying here as well that I would have had an interest at some time or some point of my life in cars, okay? So it's like I want to be able to tinker with cars under bonnets and things like that. That's how I'm feeling with him, okay? It's like I want to tinker around with engines and things. That's how I'm feeling. It's like I've got a bit of a knowledge about cars. That's how I'm feeling it with this young man as well. I'm also getting a sense from him as well. I don't know whoever this young man belongs to. I don't know if you have a memory of this or an awareness of this. But what I can say to you as well is that he would have had, he's giving me a memory of him being on a motorbike, which would have, yes, his bedroom at the back of the house, okay. There would have been a motorbike involved in his life as well, okay. Now, this motorbike quite possibly would have only have been off of land, Okay, so it's like maybe just pals going off, because I can hear it. It's like a trials bike. It's like I can hear this as I'm being played this as well. Okay, you got the tree as well, Mona. Okay. So, and I've got like a cheeky chappy here as well. So it's like I've got a real little laugh with him as well. And somebody here would maybe have a memory of him as well, breaking a window. Okay, it's like I've got a memory here of breaking a window. Okay, and it's like, and I've got a friend here as well that he had a friend called Toby. Okay, I've got a friend, he would have had a friend called Toby as well. Okay, does anybody understand that with this young man as well? And it's also, I've got a memory here of a blue car. Okay, so it's like I've got a memory of the blue car here as well. Quite possibly his car, or the car that maybe that they would have been known to as in the accident. Okay, so I've got a blue car here as well. Does anybody understand all of that information? Just while I take a breath and a drink. How are we going, Carla? Amos, are you around? Are you there? I'm just holding on to my connection here with this young man. Okay, I just know that there would have been a memory of a window being broke as well, because he just takes me to this. Carla, yes to the motorbike. Okay, so you're understanding all of that. And Carla, do you understand the names? Carla, do you understand the dates? Mona Larson, maybe the bike. Carmela Reed, not Toby. Okay, yeah, Carla, you're understanding all of that. Keep working with me, Camilla, because you know, just because you don't understand that name doesn't mean to say anything. Okay, that's just what I'm just giving what I get and what I pick up. So okay, so that's how we watch. That's how we work here as well. Not sure about the window. No, that's absolutely fine, because don't forget as well, you know, as I'm reading the energy of these people and they're talking and giving me information, you know, this is information that's in their eyes. You think his car was blue. Okay, that's just information that's in their memory. Okay, it's not always specific information that you would have an awareness of, but they also don't know so much about him. Darker shade of a car, yes. But also they just give us information as well, because it's about their life. Okay, and then obviously, you know, they give us information that you would understand as well. So just keep working with all that information in that sense as well. Now, if I'm right in saying here as well, because I need to go back into where he lived, okay, it's like where I lived, I get a sense that I would have been, my house would have been in a block, if that makes sense. Okay, Carmilla, you understand? Tony? Okay, it's lovely. But it's like I've got a house. I don't feel like I'm on any of the ends. I feel like I'm maybe close to one end, but I'm also, okay, I feel like I've got neighbours close to me. It's like Tony is his cousin, okay? And it's like I've got, and I'm sort of there, if that makes sense, if I'm seeing this correctly. Would this make sense to everybody? Carla, that makes sense to you. Okay, would I be right in saying here, because I'm just being shown a house here, and it's like I want to say that maybe, Carla, I've got like an open front garden here. It's like I don't feel like I've got a hedge or a wall round it. It's like if I'm seeing it correctly, it's like he's just giving me a vision of a front garden here, and it's like I've got a wall and a hedge around it. No wall and hedge, sorry. Does that make sense to anybody here as well? And I also need to give you the number 42, because he makes me aware of this, the number 42, okay? And also he's now making me aware of the 10th of December, okay? So anybody can connect to any of that type of information as well. Oh, as I take another breather. Please refresh your comments. Yes, Mona Larson, you can take all of that. Okay, that's lovely. Let's just keep working. Okay, so where else are we going as well? I need to just clean them for a second. Where else are we going? Do we all seem to take that information? Are we still going? Are we still okay? We all good? Anything going on there? Carla Amos, are you coming back to me with anything? Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Yes, you've got all of that, Carla. Okay. Okay. Just keep going with all. Just keep going with me, okay? Okay. And I now need to connect the name of David with this young man as well, okay? Don't worry about the number. That's fine. But I need to connect the name of David with this young man as well, okay? And I'm going to go to where I live as well, okay? Because I just need to, because I think somebody here would understand where he lives as well. So I need to go to where I'm living. Front garden had a wall, okay. Okay, front garden had a wall. Okay, so if I'm right in saying here as well, okay, that where I would have lived, all right. Oh, that's his name. Oh, okay, David. All right, that's lovely. So maybe Carla, I am working with you. Okay. Camilla, just keep listening to a minute, sweetheart. But I think maybe I'm going with Carla here. Okay, because it seems to be all connecting towards Carla Amos here. Also as well, Mona Larson, you keep listening as well. And just in case, but thanks to everybody that's jumped in here as well. I appreciate it. But anyway, so I'm just going to go with this young man as well, because he's taken me now to where he lived. And if I'm seeing this correctly, then I would have had a very, very small, short walk distance to a set of shops here as well. Carla. Okay, so it's like I want to go to a little set of shops, and I also want to go to like a playground. It's like I've got a playground around him as well. Okay, so it's like I've got this children's playground that's around where I would have lived at some point as well. Okay, I don't feel like I'm too far from a school either, Carla. Would this all make sense to you in that sense as well? Does this make sense to you? Because I'm feeling that this is all around where I live. I can hear some children playing and everything. Does this all make sense to you? Thank you, Carmela. Yes, it does. That's lovely. Thank you, Carla. Because I've just got all this information coming to me from him as well. Okay, and not far. That's it. That's it. Not far. So this young man here, he comes forward today, Carla, because you know this is a little opportunity that he steps forward to as well. I need to give you. Okay, where are we going? Would I be right in saying here, Carla, as well? Because it's like I want to say to you as well that this young man would know somebody that you know, okay, that would be a girl, okay? And it's like I want to go with a girl here, okay? Because he's just taken me to an impression here of a girl that's got quite long hair. Okay, it's like I want to go with like light blondish hair, light blondish hair. I just want to go into the energy of that type of colour for the moment. Okay, Carmela, you're still in there. Okay, that's great. Okay, that's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. You're all still in. Okay, no problem. We'll sort this. We'll sort it. Okay, I'm just going to go with the information now. Okay, and so I've got this connection to like a young girl as well. I want to go around about my 18 or somewhere around about that, something 20, somewhere around about there. I know that she's a youngish girl. Okay, and what I want to say is that I would have been connected to this young girl at some point. I feel like I've got a connection to her. Okay, and it's like I want to say as well is that if I'm hearing this or seeing this correctly, not hearing it, that's not right. What I'm saying to you is if I'm seeing this correctly. Okay, I want to put the name of, it's like I want to go with, say, Tia. T-I-A here. I need to go in with a name of Tia. That's what I want to sort of sit in there at the moment, okay? I'm not saying this is the young girl's name, okay? Okay, so you're all in there still. I'm not saying that this is her name, but I just feel like I've got to say that name for a minute here. I've just got to say that name. But I just feel like I just want to go in and connect in that way as well. Now, somebody would know... okay, somebody would know my mum and dad as well. This is how I'm feeling it. It's like I just feel that somebody would know my mum and dad as well. Does this make sense to you all? Okay? Does this make sense? Are we going in... Are we all still here? Keep refreshing as quickly as you possibly can. Please. Please. Keep refreshing. Come on. Come on. Please. Please. Please keep refreshing. You know of them. That's it. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sort of saying. I'm not saying that you're best buddies, but I just feel that there is a. I'm just sort of saying that there's a connection here, okay? That you would have an awareness of my mum and dad, okay? Now, if I'm seeing this correctly as well, okay? Camilla, are you still in? Are you still in? Yes, you are. Okay, that's lovely. All right, that's beautiful. Now, if I'm going to try and narrow this down now, okay? So I know that where I lived as well, that I would have lived, and I'm quite sure here that this is quite possibly that I would have lived in a crescent, okay? So it's like something like a crescent here as well, okay? And Mona, you know of them as well. Okay, that's lovely. Okay, and it's like I'm quite sure that I'm living somewhere in a crescent here as well, all right? Now, what I also want to say to you as well is that there would have been some kind of... Okay, I want to go with like a some kind of where I passed. Okay, somebody would have an awareness of this. Where I passed. Okay. Okay, Camilla, you're still in. Carla, you're still in. Okay. Okay, so where I would have passed as well, I'm having this feeling, okay, that there would be some kind of, it's like I want to go with maybe not so much a memorial, but something there. That's how I'm feeling it, okay? So I'm hoping this is going to narrow this down a little bit. But it's like I'm feeling that there'd be something there, okay, where I would have passed, all right? Now, what I'm going to say to you as well is that I feel like I passed where I lived as well, okay? It's like I want to say that I sort of passed somewhere where I lived. That's how I'm feeling it. I don't feel I'm too far away from where I would have lived, okay? I'm just feeling that I would have been somewhere quite close to where I would have lived as well, all right? Now, what I want to say to you as well, if this makes sense, okay, that I have this feeling as well that I would have passed on the day of my accident, okay? I feel like I would have passed on the day of the accident. This is how I'm feeling it. If I didn't, all right, I'm just saying that I don't seem to have an awareness of anything after that, okay? Jennifer, you're still in, are you? I don't feel like I've got an awareness of anything after that. So if I would have moved into a coma or anything like that, I don't feel like I've got an awareness of that. So I'm going to go with what I'm feeling. And I'm feeling that I would have passed on the day of my accident. That's how I'm feeling it, okay? So yes, he did. Okay, that's lovely. All right, so that's how I'm feeling it with this young man as well. All right? Now, what I want to go with here as well, all right, is that... Okay, so I'm just going to try and find something quite specific here for somebody that's here as well. All right. Okay, I want to go with the day of my funeral as well. He seems to want to take me to this moment here as well. And it's like I want to go with it's like the order of service. I'm feeling here like that there would have been a photo of this young man on there, and it's like I want to sort of say to you is that it would have been a photo of when I was a lot younger, if that makes sense. Okay. Carla, he passed at the scene close to his home. Yeah. Okay, so Camilla, you're still in as well, sweetheart. All right. But I just want to go with this photo as well. Okay, so you understand the photo. Because I know that the photo is a photo that somebody would have. Okay, now this photo would have been something, it could have even been on your phone. But I'm just feeling that I've got an awareness of this photo of this young man. Okay, does anybody understand that? It's like I just want to say that it's like I want to be, maybe it's like I'm in my, okay, all right, hang on. I've gotten a picture of him in his like school uniform. This is what I'm feeling. It's like I'm in a school uniform here as well. Oh, my button's undone. So it's like I've got a picture of him in his school uniform. Okay, so somebody would have an awareness of this. All right. Now, I'm just going to go into a couple more little bits of information there as well. Now, obviously on the day of my passing as well, okay, I'm just trying to see if there's something. Now, would somebody here as well have an understanding here, all right, okay, of funeral photo of wedding day? Funeral photo of wedding day. Okay, yeah, that's lovely. But would somebody have here as well? Now, I know this is quite a popular song, all right, but I want to go with Brian Adams. I want to go with Robbie Williams because I can hear this, and it's Angel. And it's Angels. I want to go with this song for a minute because I can hear it. I'm not sure what sort of relationship this song's got with this young man, but I just know that I've got this song going on in my mind, okay? So I can hear it for a moment here. Anybody understand it? Mona, you understand that? Carla, do you understand that song? You understand the song, Mona? Okay, so I've got this song going on in my mind in here as well. That was played at the club a few weeks before he passed. Okay, all right, that's lovely, Carla, as I can recall as well. Okay, Mona, Camilla, are you still in? Would you jump in there? It makes sense, Carla, does it? Okay. Okay, Camilla, are you still in? You'll have to refresh a little bit quick. I always listen to Angels. Okay, all right. Okay, I need to find something here, all right, just to try and define, you know what I'm saying. Okay, so anyway, let's go with what we've got here as well with him as well. So let's go into the power a little bit more with him and see what we can pick up from him as well, okay? Now, I need to give you the name of Louise. Okay, I need to give you the name of Louise, all right? So please take this name of Louise with this young man as well, all right? So I need to give you that. So somebody, okay, somebody understand the name of Louise connecting to this young man as well, all right? And what I need to say to you as well, that this really affected my mum and dad, all right? This really affected my mum and dad, all right? Now, what I need to say to you as well, because I'm hoping that this maybe just, this will try and work with whoever this belongs to, this information, all right? What I need to say to you as well is that because of my passing, okay, after my passing, I'm having this feeling at the moment that my mum and dad would have had a real tricky time in their relationship with each other because of this, okay, all right? And of course, you know, this tricky time would have played, you know, a little bit of pressure upon the family in that sense as well, all right? Now, he also takes me to an awareness of a rabbit, all right? So there'll be a rabbit somewhere. It's a memory of a rabbit, all right? But he just says to me now that my mum and dad had this bit of trouble going on as well between them because of this. And again, it's like, you know, if I had to say this correctly, it's like... Okay, if I had to say this correctly, they divorced, right? Okay, Mona, I was going to sort of get to somewhere about this, but I was going to say to you as well, if I was going to say this correctly, okay, I have a feeling that his dad struggled with this, okay, that his dad really struggled with this as well, all right? If I were to say this as well, and he looked very similar to his dad, this young man looked very similar to his dad, all right? Now, if I were to say this correctly as well, I have this feeling that maybe this young man would have been quite close to his dad, okay, at points of his life. But there would have also been a little bit of a gap between them at some point because they would have had a little bit of a falling out. Does anybody understand this, okay? Okay, all right, so... Okay, so if I just say that as well, and I can just see his dad struggled. Yes, that's right. But I can just see his dad here smoking a cigarette as well. So I'm hoping that somebody would have a knowledge of this man, this dad smoking a cigarette as well. house would have been very similar to every other house that would have been in the street. We're back. Okay, something broke with my signal there. I'm sorry. Are we all back? Okay. Carla, can you hear me? Are we all back? Just give me thumbs up to let me know that you're there. The signal broke. I don't know what went on, so I've had to take it off of the Wi-Fi. Okay, so we're now back on form. Right, brilliant. Okay, I'm just going to start to try and draw this young gentleman here to a close. Okay, because what I need to say to you is that okay, now I know that with this young man, as I said to you earlier, Carla, do you understand that this man would have smoked? The dad would have smoked as well. Okay, would you have understood that? Because I know that this would have been part of this young man's life as well, knowing that they would have smoked. Okay, he would have smoked as well. Okay, now what I need to say as well, that I have an impression here that I can sort of see the mum here sitting there wearing a pair of glasses as well. Okay, so I just know that that his mum would have been quite small in height as well. This is how I'm feeling it. Camilla, they both smoked. All right, but I just feel that his mum would have been quite small in height, because it's like as if I want to stand up against my mum, I just sort of like say that I'm a little bit taller. Okay. And it's just like I want to just say that I'm a little bit taller than my mum in that sense as well. Okay, I'm just needing to try and find something else. Small, mum, small, yes. Okay, we're working hard here tonight. Okay, we really are. Okay, so listen, spirit world work like this as well. Okay, with me, because they want to make me work, don't they? That's how they do it. All right. Where else are we going? Okay, now I have a sense as well that the month of October, and I want to go around about the 15th for this young man as well. Okay. Yes, small and glasses, Mona. Okay, around about the 15th. Okay. Thank you, Carmela. So I want to go around about the 15th with this young man as well. Okay. Now it's like I want to go with a birthday connection around here as well. It's like I want to go around the 15th with a birthday. That's his October was his accident. Okay. It's like I want to go around about the 15th. If I could be getting that wrong, but I felt like it was a birthday. Okay. But it's like around about the 15th. Camilla, does that make sense to you? The 15th of October. Does that run in right with you? Or are you sent, no, I have to go with a birthday. I need to go with a birthday. Okay. So I've got 15th of October as a birthday here. All right. So, your birthday's the 14th. Okay, Mona. So we've still got 3 of you in here as well. All right. Okay. Let me just find something. I need to draw this young man to a conclusion of who we've got here as well. Okay. Right. Now, I've got a I'm going to try and connect with somebody. I'm asking for information to the person that he wants to connect to here as well. Now, if I'm right on saying this, okay, he just shows me beans on toast. All right, he's showing me beans on toast. So I need to connect to somebody here that either has just had beans on toast or doesn't like them. Okay, so there's beans on toast here for some reason. All right, so he just takes me to this awareness of beans on toast. All right, anybody here that can connect to beans on toast? All right, please, anybody? I love beans on toast. Can we refresh? Carla, yes, my favourite lately. Okay, Carla. All right. Beans on toast. I love beans on toast. Have some cheese, grated cheese on the top. They're the best. Camilla, can you connect to that? Because I'm just asking for something to connect me to the person that's here. All right. That he wishes to speak to. So I'm just connecting in that way. Because I know that I've got a connection to this young girl as well in that sense. All right. Okay. And Camilla ate them 2 days ago. Not on toast though. Right. Now, I need to connect to somebody here as well. All right. Because he's showing me a ring. So I need to connect to somebody who's either just bought one or has broken one or has lost one. Anybody connect to a ring here? All right. So it's like I want to lose one, bought one, or lost one. That's how I'm feeling it. He's just giving me this impression about a ring. All right. Does anybody connect to that that's here? You lost one, Carla. Okay. So it could be possibly Carla. We're going with you. Okay. Let's just see what the others come up with, because I know that he's making me aware that he needs to connect to somebody that's lost a ring. Camilla, I have Mum's ring. No, Camilla, I don't. I think we're going to need to go with Carla here, because he's talking about his mum is your mum. Right. Okay, so this would be your brother, Carmela. Right. Okay. Okay, this would be your brother. Okay, right. Let me just see if I need to connect here. Let me just ask anything else. What can we go for? Okay, all right. Now, he's also making me aware as well that the person that he wishes to speak to here or connects to would be somebody that's either just painted or going to paint a room. So can you bring your things up on there? Talking about a paint. They're going to paint, or they've just painted, or Camilla, don't know. Carla, do you connect to this? Yes, you are. Carla, I think I need to go with you, sweetheart. There's enough evidence there to say that we're going towards you. Okay, Camilla, thank you very much, all right? And thank you very much to Mona, but I feel like he's given me enough now information to say that he's connecting with the person there. Okay. Oh, going to. Mona, you're going to as well. Oh, okay, right. Okay, so we got two. All right. So I'm going to just ask for something, and just painted pictures. Okay. All right. I'm just going to ask for somebody. All right. Somebody here would have an awareness of a red car. You're welcome, Camilla. Somebody here would have an awareness of a red car. I need to connect to somebody that has an awareness of a red car. Carla, you do. Yeah, I'm with Carla. But I just need to see if Mona comes up with anything. You had one at the time. Okay, I think, Carla, I've got to go with you. Oh no, Camilla used to have a red car. Right, okay. It's just I just know that he wants to connect to somebody with a red car. Okay? Camilla, don't be sorry. Okay. Okay, Mona, I don't think I'm with you, sweet. I don't. I think I'm going to go with Camilla. Oh, hang on. Okay, right. Right, okay, so now he's just saying to me as well, all right? Not me, I think. Okay, now he's saying to me as well that somebody here would have either a connection to a bungalow. Let me finalise this with a bungalow, okay? Thank you, Mona Larson. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so I need to connect to somebody here that's got an awareness of a bungalow. Okay, your sister. Oh, Carla. Yeah. Oh my God, we're all done it. All right. Okay. I can't just say, Camilla, it's not for you, because that's not how I work. Okay, because I could be wrong. So you're both in. You're still both in. Okay, so I can't lives in a bungalow. All right, see, so I can't definitively say. I have to keep going with information, and I have to let the spirit world decide. Okay, it's not for me to decide who it's for. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna. All right. Okay. Let me just ask for something. One more. Okay, somebody here, all right, that he wishes to speak to would have the name of Jerry. connecting to the name of Jerry. All right? They're connecting to the name of Jerry. They're connecting to the name of Jerry. Okay? So please, somebody come up with the answer to that. Okay? You're not sure. Camilla, do you know Jerry? Do you know Jerry? Johnny? No. I've got to go with Jerry. I've got to go with Jerry. Johnny is his brother. Oh, no, I need to go with Jerry. I'm sure I'm hearing it correctly as Jerry. I've got to go with Jerry. Okay, I'm going to go for something else here as well, all right? Okay, I need to go for something else here as well because... let's just go with something else. All right, okay. Okay, he's now saying to me somebody would connect to the name of Clive. Clive. So we need to connect to somebody with the name of Clive, okay? So we're going to go with that. And that should definitively give us the person, all right? Because I can't just wash you out. Carla, you connect to the name of Clive. Okay, so have we got somebody... Camilla, do you connect? Okay, now okay, now I know... Okay, so now what I need to do... Not Clive, thank you. Camilla, thank you so much. Honestly, thank you so much. You've been in there all the way. Thank you so much. But I think I need to go towards Carla because he's pushing me with so much information now, all right? But I need to obviously keep you going. I can't, it's not for me to say no or yes, but thank you so much. Spirit always decide it in the end. It's never this world that decides it. It's always the spirit world. I need to go around. So Carla, can I just work with you for the moment, please? Because what I need to say is that I'm connecting to a young girl here. Okay. And this is coming from, keep listening, Camilla. But I know that he's making me aware of a young girl here, Carla. Okay, so you would have an awareness of a young girl that she would have long hair. Okay, so it's like I want to go with quite long hair, which we've down quite halfway down towards her back. This is how he's giving me this impression, okay? He's now making me aware that she would be under the age of 20 years of age as well, okay? Now, what I want to say to you as well is that within this girl's thoughts, okay, there's travel moving around in this girl's thoughts as well, all right? But what I need to say to you as well is that okay, he's just making me aware as well, okay, that she's a little bit up and down at the moment within herself, okay? So there's a little bit of healing coming from the spirit world towards this young girl, Carla, okay? Because she's up and down a little bit in her own self here, all right? And again, it's like I just want to go with maybe this is being a little bit... okay, it's like I want to say that maybe this has been created or there's been some kind of creation here around about a relationship, if that makes sense as well, Carla. Okay, so I just want to say to you as well is that this young lady as well, okay, she needs a little bit of more communication with somebody, okay, that's close to her. All right, so I need to put a little bit of more communication with this young girl, with her as well. Okay, Carla. It's like I just want to say to you as well is that sorry, I need to put the phone on charge. But I just want to say to you as well that she needs a little bit of communication. She's feeling a little bit lost in herself at the moment. All right, he's making me aware of this. She feels a little bit lost. Okay, she's feeling like she just wants to sort of run off into that sense, all right? So she just needs that little bit of support. She needs a little bit of loving. She needs a little bit of care. She needs a little bit of TLC at the moment, okay? She's a very sensitive girl. She doesn't come across as too sensitive in a lot of people's eyes, but she actually is very sensitive, all right? Okay, and of course, within this sensitivity, there's very much of a strong emotion attached to her as well, all right? She feels very much from the heart, okay? And it always seems to be her heart that gets hurt in the end, all right? So what I'm going to say to you is he just makes me aware of this, all right? Because he wants to just turn around and say that the spirit world have given her lots of healing as well, okay? At this moment in her life as well, okay? And I also need to... I also want to say to you as well is that I'm understanding that you're close to this girl, Carla, all right, because this is how I'm feeling it, all right, but it's like I just want to maybe put you close to this girl as well, all right, but what I want to say to you as well is that there's a lot of love coming from the spirit towards her as well, all right, Carla, and of course, you know, there's a little bit of uppity-dupty about her career as well, in this sense, in her mind, about her life as well at the moment, okay? She just feels like, well, everything's not sort of going right in my sense, or that's how he's making me feel this, all right? But actually, she just needs a little bit of love, a little bit of support, and a little bit of coaching in that sense as well, okay? Let her know that her heart is loved. Let her know that she's loved deeply, because I know that she knows that she is. But sometimes in life, okay, we get a little bit of a kick from somewhere else, and we start to look at areas of our life that we could maybe do with having a little bit more of support from, in that sense, okay? So I'm not saying that she's not being supported. All I'm saying is that she could do with a little bit more, okay, Carla? And of course in there as well, just let her be careful, okay, of, there's a young girl around her as well, and not a young girl, sorry, there's a girl around her as well that could be quite possibly her friend in this sense, okay? What I need to say to you as well, that he's given me the letter T that connects with her as well, okay, with this friend. Tell this young girl, okay, just be a little bit careful of her, okay? She may not be all that she's meant to be, this girl that's got the letter T, okay? Just be a bit careful of her, all right? Just keep her eyes on that one, all right? Because this is what the Spirit will let me know here as well, all right? So just give her that little bit of communication, a little bit of love, a little bit of support, okay? This young man just wants to be remembered. He's enjoyed here this evening. He's loved coming forward. He's loved having a bit of fun. He's loved making me work, and he's loved communicating with all of you as well, okay? So I'm just going to leave all that love with you from him as well, okay, because he brings lots of love as well, all right? And he's also saying as well, just before he goes there, all right, he's also saying to this young girl as well, okay, keep listening to the music. He's saying keep listening to the music, all right? Just keep listening to the music. That's what he's saying to her as well, all right? And also he's saying to her as well that she looks lovely in pink. That's what he's saying. She looks lovely in pink. So please pass this information on to the girl. I don't know what the pink's all about. He knows, you know, she knows, I don't. Okay, so just pass that information on to her as well. And tell her that there's a great future awaiting for her as well. And there's always sunshine after the storm, all right? So just let her know that it's all going to work out for her. It's going to work out really, really well for her, all right? And, and it's just all going to pass quite nicely, but just give her that little bit of love and a little bit of support in that way as well. So I'm going to leave all that with you. Everybody, thank you so much for all of you, okay, for being here this evening. It's now 10:20. It's been a long night, a very tiring night. Thank you for all of you for joining me. I can't always get round to everybody. I try and do my hardest with whatever I can, all right? But listen, thanks for spending your Friday night with me, all right? It's been much fun. Really enjoyed it. You're all really, really kind. You've all waited very patiently. You've sat there as well, waiting for messages. And, and of course, we can only get around to so many of you, okay? And all I can say to you is that the next time I do a live, I'll let you all know, and then you can join me again, and we'll have another nice little night. In the meantime, please, all of you, just relax a little bit about the old lockdown. Let's go a little bit inside. Let's try and make the most of it, all right? Don't worry about the outside. Let's just try and make the most of it, and do a little bit of meditation. Let's touch our soul, touch our spirit, and then we connect to all the other spirits and everything in the spirit world, and everyone else around us as well. Be kind, be nice, be loving, be thoughtful, and most of all, be you, all right? So to the next time that we meet, I just wish you all to be safe, secure, okay, and look after yourselves, all right? And I shall see you all again very, very soon, all right? All I need to say to you as well is I'm going to do a couple of chats next week on the Barnum Spiritual Centre page as well, all right? Join me for a couple of chats. And you never know, Spirit might inspire me to talk to you about anything as well. So I'm going to put them on their Barnum Spiritual Centre Facebook page, all right? So keep an eye on that. and we'll see where we're going with that one as well. Okay, if you want any information to do with my School of Mediumship, then please go on to www.darrenhartmedium.co.uk, and all the information will be on there. Okay, we run courses and all sorts of things. Okay, so I've got a few development courses coming up as well, and a trance course. All right, so if you're interested in that, then please just message me, book up. We can't secure your spot until you've paid and booked. Okay, and also that has to happen in order for us to get the information to come through to say that you've booked on it. And then if you do, then it's going to be fantastic. All right, I'll be your teacher. Okay, so hopefully you'll come to join me, and they all start in 2 weeks' time. So please look on my website and go from there as well. All right. Listen, thanks very much. You've all been amazing. Love you all lots, and take care. And I shall see you all next time. Look after yourself. Stay safe. Thank you.